Get into a good standing posture. Check our alignment. So close your eyes if you'd like. Adjust the width of your stance. Feet slightly wider than pressing close together. Small gap between the feet. Whatever allows you to feel balanced. Making any adjustments. Stretching the soles of the feet. Trying to keep the body firmly rooted on the mat. Scanning the body, moving upwards, knees straight. Lending the spine back in its natural arch. Trying not to hunch the back. Shoulders back. Relaxing the facial muscles, forehead region, arms. Next, inhale, stretching the body slightly up. Like there's a string tied to the top of the head, pulling the body up. Next, exhale, pushing the body a little bit more firmly into the ground. And then scanning the breath. Making any adjustments. Maybe slowing it down. And then trying to turn the attention inwards. Calm the mind. Minimize distractions. Any thoughts, any things we need to do rest of the day. Hopefully they can wait until after we finish the class. And then open your eyes. All right, let's start with some loosening practices as usual, some stretches. So let's do some arm cross stretches to begin with. So crossing your arms in top and then opening the shoulders, opening the arms. Keep going, few rounds. Trying to keep the arms, elbows straight, stretching a little bit more with each round, crossing which arm is on top. Feeling the stretch, shoulders, arms, chest, upper back. One more, and then release and relax. Next practice, we'll do some additional lateral stretches, this time activating our hips. So spread your feet wider than hip width apart, like we are going into triangle, but we aren't going to triangle. And then bring your hands close to your heart center, palms facing down. And then turn to the right side, twisting to the right, hips back, and then back into the heart center. Then opening to the left side, and then continue. Turning to the right, and then to the left. Really trying to work on those hips, the waist, twisting the spine. Will be helpful when we do the warrior sequence. Keep going. One more on each side. And then release. Bring your feet together. Next practice, let's do some shoulder rotations. So hands on your shoulders. Bring the elbows close together. And then just turning your shoulders. Switch direction, go the other way. One more. And then release and relax. Shake out your arms. Last loosening practice, knee rotations will be helpful again when we do the warrior sequence. Bend your knees slightly, hands on your knees, and then turning the knees clockwise or anti-clockwise. Few rounds, and then switching direction. direction, go the other way, loosening those knee joints. Be careful, do what you can. One more, and then release and relax. All right, work on that warrior sequence. Let's start with warrior 2, 1, and then add a spinal twist. So starting position, feet close together, hands by your side. And then as you inhale, spread your feet. Get a nice wide stance again. Now turn the left foot about 90 degrees to the left side. Right foot inside slightly, might help you balance. And then bend the left knee and then go down slightly. Check your alignment here. So the left knee on top of the left foot or slightly behind. Don't over rotate, don't overextend the left knee, pull it back slightly. Right leg, right knee straight. And then hands by your side into warrior 2. Veerabhadrasan. Warrior 2. Body in one plane. Keep your body balanced, so don't tilt to the right or to the left too much. Back is straight. Body in one plane. Pull in the right hip. Push out the left hip slightly if you need to. And then feel the stretch inside of the right hamstring. Breathe. Hold for a couple of breaths. Feel the pose. Feel your balance. Make any adjustments that you need to. And then as you inhale, go into warrior 1. Turn to the left side. Hands above your head. Into warrior 1. So this time, your torso, hips perpendicular to your legs. Breathe. One more breath. And then we'll add a spinal twist, warrior 3. So now bring your right elbow on top of your left knee if you can. Take your left elbow up, twist and turn to the left side. Warrior 3. Spinal twist. Breathe. If that's too much, you can stay in warrior 1 or warrior 2, whatever works for you. One more breath in warrior 3 if you are in the spinal twist. And then release. Take the support of your hands and bring your feet, bring your legs together. Quick break before we repeat that sequence on the other side. Relax standing pose, feet hip width apart, hands by your side. And let your breath recover. Scan your body, feeling the activation inside of the right thigh, right hamstring. Maybe some lingering stretch, some activation. Also feeling some stretch in your right arm, right elbow, right tricep. And then maybe a lingering activation in the spine with the spinal twist. Just noticing. Also picking up any discomfort, any stiffness, hopefully no pain. Skipping the practice, adjusting, coming out faster, doing what we can, listening to the body and the breath at all times. All right, let's move on the other side. So bring your feet together, hands by your side. And then as you inhale again, spread your feet step by step. Now turn the right foot about 90 degrees outside, left foot slightly inside, and then bend the right knee. Left knee straight, left leg is straight, and then hands by your side into warrior 2. And again, taking a few seconds to check your alignment, body in one single plane. Also not tilting to the right or to the left, keeping the spine neutral, back straight. Nice balanced pose, feeling strong. Feeling the stretch inside of the left leg this time, left hamstring, groin region. One more breath here. And then warrior 1, twisting to the right side this time, hands above your head. To warrior 1. Again, checking your alignment. So this time the hips, back, shoulders, upper part of the body at 90 degrees to the legs. Find your balance, make any adjustments, and come out, take a quick break if you need to. And then if you want to try the spinal twist, warrior 3, left elbow on top of the right knee, right elbow goes up, turning to the right side into warrior 3, spinal twist, breathe. Couple of breaths, and then back. Taking the support of both your hands, bring your feet together. And again, catch a quick break. Relaxed standing pose, hands by your side. Close your eyes this time. Observe your breath. Probably a little brisk, balancing, and then activating our quads, our hamstrings, the big muscles of the body. Drives the heart rate up, needs lots of oxygen. Let it slow down, and then scan the body while you do so. Maybe still noticing some activation, left hamstring, left arm, twist in the spine. Couple of breaths, and then open your eyes. All right, let's move on. Do some relaxation. So lie down on the mat. We'll do the instant relaxation. Feet close together, hands by your side. Make fists with both your palms. Close your eyes. And then we're going to successively tighten each part of our body and then release it together, trying to notice the contrast between tightening the muscles and relaxing them. So when you're ready, start by tightening the feet, the toes, the ankles, pulling in the kneecaps, tightening the knees, quads, hamstrings, glutes. Tighten your fists, your arms, chest region. Tighten your face. Tighten the whole body. Tighten, tighten, and release. Open your palms, toes pointing outwards, Shavasana. Again, noticing that contrast between tightening and letting go. And then let's come back into a seated pose, taking the support of both your hands. Get some water if you need to. We'll move on to some breath work, some pranayam practices. Let's work on our seated pose first. Get into a good seated pose, adjusting the width of your stance, feeling balanced, releasing any tension. Back straight, back, neck, and head in a straight line. And then we'll start with some Ujjayi breathing today. So making that gentle hissing sound on the inhale and exhale. Close your eyes. And then just think of what you're trying to do. Visualize the practice. Trying to breathe more intentionally, slowing down the breath, making it more rhythmic. And when you're ready, begin. So closing part of the breathing passage, part of the throat, usually at the back, and then creating that gentle hissing sound. One more if you're still going. Let's close out this round. Keep your eyes closed. Observe. And then we'll try one more round. So again, trying to close a part of our breathing passage, generally at the back, and then breathing to that constricted breathing passage, creating the hissing sound, using that to slow down the breath. Close your eyes, and when you're ready, another maybe 8 to 10 breaths of Ujjayi breathing. One more if you're still going. Keep your eyes closed for a few moments. Observe the breath. See how the mind feels. And then open your eyes. Next practice, we'll do some chanting play. So 5 rounds each. Chanting, chanting, mo chanting. So for the first set, chanting, thumb, index finger making contact at the tips, other 3 fingers open. Place your hands on your knees or thighs, palms facing up. And then close your eyes. And then for 5 breaths, trying to breathe consciously into the abdominal region, all the way into the stomach, and then making the sound on the exhale. So at your own pace, when you're ready, let's begin. Taking your time, listening to the vibrations, the sound. Keep your eyes closed when you're done. Couple of breaths, noticing, and then open your eyes. Next 5 breaths, slightly modified. So thumb, index finger still making contact at the tips, other 3 fingers wrapped, tips making contact with the palms like a modified fist. And then this time trying to breathe into the chest region and making the sound on the exhale. Close your eyes. When you're ready, let's begin. Open your palms, stay with your eyes closed for a few moments. When you're done, seeing if you notice any subtle vibrations after the chant, after the sound. Can be a relaxing practice. So also some good research now that shows especially the chanting activates the parasympathetic nervous system, inducing the relaxation response, helping us calm the mind. And then open your eyes. Next 5 breaths, more chanting. So this time make fist with your palms. Thumb is curled, other 4 fingers wrapped on top of it. Hands, palms on the knees or thighs. And then this time trying to breathe into the upper part of the body and then making the m sound, humming like a bee on the exhale. Close your eyes. When you're ready, let's begin. Release your palms. Keep your eyes closed when you're done. Take a few moments. Observe the practice, how you feel after the practice. And then open your eyes. So the last set, bringing the 3 sounds together, u, ma. So this time, again, making fist with both your palms, hands close to your stomach, knuckles touching each other. And then trying to follow the breath, starting from the top part of the body into the chest region, all the way into the stomach, and then making the u, ma sounds together on the exhale. Close your eyes. When you're ready, let's begin. Release your palms, open your palms, hands on your knees or thighs. Keep your eyes closed when you're done. And then continue to keep the eyes closed. Do some meditation, making the sounds but silently in the mind. So chanting, but not aloud, just silently in the mind. Recollecting the memory of the previous rounds when we were chanting aloud and instead chanting silently. So following the breath in and then silently chanting the mo sounds on the exhale, trying to bring the entire awareness on the breath and then the silent chants, letting any thoughts come and go. Trying not to chase any thoughts, noticing when the mind wanders, and gently nudging it to focus on the breath and the silent chants. And then working towards closing the class. Bring your awareness back to your body, feeling the weight of the body on the mat, on the ground. Being more aware of the hands, palms making contact with the knees or thighs. Feeling the air on the skin. Scanning the breath. And checking in with the mind. Just noticing. And then seeing how we can try to maintain calm state of mind. Continue to breathe more intentionally throughout the day. Maybe reminding ourselves periodically as we move through the day to just take a quick pause, breathe, slow down our thoughts, become more mindful. Send the class by chanting one Om. So with your eyes closed, join your hands at your heart center. Inhale. Open your palms and open your eyes, blinking into your palms. Namaste. Thanks for joining. Great rest of your day or evening.